The story begins in Japan, where more than 200,000 highly trained ninjas exist. On the surface, they live like ordinary people, but in reality, they lead extremely dangerous lives. Suzuki is a low-ranked ninja who blends into society by working as a magazine editor. One day, she suddenly receives a message. She quickly says goodbye to her writer and heads toward a bridge. When she arrives, she sees a Russian man who hunts ninjas. Her mission is to eliminate him. The man opens fire on Suzuki. She avoids the bullets and strikes with her heel, which instantly transforms into two sharp blades. The man barely escapes and continues shooting at her. Suzuki dodges and throws several ninja stars at him, then attacks from behind by kicking his equipment. Even then, the man does not stop. Suzuki uses her electric baton on him, but it has no effect. He grabs her and slams her to the ground. From a distance, another ninja observes everything. His name is Kato, a high-ranking ninja. Just as he is about to shoot the Russian man, a toothpick suddenly pierces his arm. When he turns around, he sees a young man running toward him. This ninja is named Kuro. Kuro defeats the Russian man with ease and finishes him using a chokehold. Kuro tells Suzuki that he is leaving and that she should handle the rest. Suzuki is shocked. She wonders why he would let someone else take credit for the mission. Kuro calmly replies that he does not like doing extra work and that he is going home to sleep. Although Kuro is a skilled ninja, he is also extremely lazy. He quietly leaves the area. Kuro lives alone in an old, cheap house. At home, he spends his time practicing by blowing toothpicks like arrows out of boredom. Suddenly, someone silently enters his room. It is his senior, Kato, who has come to assign him a mission. After World War II, a group of rogue ninjas formed a dangerous organization called the Underground Ninjas. According to intelligence reports, they have infiltrated Jotai High School and taken control of it. The school is built on a special location where a damaged military academy once stood. Secrets from wartime are still hidden there. Kuro's mission is to go undercover and uncover the group's plan. To help him, Kato gives him a special suit that allows him to turn invisible from the outside. While Kuro is casually testing the suit, he hears a female voice coming from the bathroom asking for toilet paper. The roll is placed far away. She warns him not to look at her or she will hit him. Following her instructions, Kuro climbs along the wall and reaches the toilet paper without looking at her. However, when he turns to hand it over, he gets hit in the face with a slipper. The next morning, Kuro arrives at Jotai High School. When he learns that he must pass an entrance exam, he becomes worried. For a moment, he considers abandoning the mission, but the fear of Kato stops him. He begins thinking about how to pass the exam. With his tired but attractive face, Kuro quickly catches the attention of Noguchi, a student who is retaking the exam. Inside the classroom, Kuro walks around while looking down and then sits next to Noguchi. He assumes that his organization has already prepared a way for him to pass. On the floor, an answer key has been laid out using colorful rice grains. As soon as Kuro starts writing answers, Noguchi suddenly screams. She believes the rice grains on the floor are insects. The teacher tells her to clean them if they bother her. Kuro realizes he must act quickly. He drops his eraser, bends down to pick it up, and discreetly loads a paper ball into a straw and shoots it at Noguchi. She starts shouting that someone touched her and even accuses the teacher. The teacher responds that his arms are not that long. While they argue, Kuro rapidly memorizes the answers. Before he can finish the math section, the teacher steps forward and accidentally scatters the rice grains. With no other option, Kuro pretends to panic and urinates while sitting. He starts crying and says he drank too much water because he was nervous. The teacher calms him down and tells him the exam is only for formality. Even if he leaves the sheet blank, he will still pass. Wanting to gather information about the school, Kuro waits for Noguchi after class, and they walk home together. When they reach his house first, Kuro invites her inside. After hesitating, Noguchi agrees, and they go up to the rooftop. During their conversation, Noguchi warns him about troublemakers at school. She mentions her friend Ida, who stopped coming to class because of constant bullying. She also reveals that secret tunnels exist beneath the school, leading to an old military base from World War II. Kuro realizes this base may be connected to the underground ninjas. As the sun sets, Noguchi says she should leave, but she suddenly slips off the roof. Before she can fall, Kuro jumps and catches her. When they hit the ground, His suit's safety feature activates and turns into a cushion. Noguchi faints in shock, and Kuro takes her home. That night, a suspicious boy tries to fly a drone near the bathroom of his neighbor, Kawato. He does not realize that Kuro is sitting there wearing his invisible suit. Kuro shocks the boy with his electric staff. The boy turns out to be Ida. Kuro forces him to apologize to Kawato and tells him not to worry, promising protection at school in exchange for daily payment. The next day at school, bullies target Ida again. This time, Kuro is present. He traps one bully's leg and makes him crash into another student. The bully jumps in pain, while Ida has no idea what happened. Kuro quietly returns to his seat. Kuro did not bring his textbook, so the girl sitting next to him, Sato, shares hers. Noguchi watches them with visible jealousy. Suddenly, a red laser light appears on Kuro's face. It is a ninja signal. Kuro stands up and leaves the classroom. On the rooftop, he meets a high-ranking ninja named Cheyenne. Cheyenne was also present the day the Russian man was killed. Like Kuro, he is undercover at the school to identify members of the underground ninjas. There is also a third ninja hiding in the school, disguised as the discipline director. He instructs Kuro to meet him in the boiler room after class and disappears. Kuro then notices Ida being harassed again. Using his invisibility suit, he appears with a box on his head. One bully kicks him to identify who he is, but instead falls down. Kuro beats him and then stands behind Ida, controlling his hands to make Ida punch the bully so the credit goes to him. Later, Kuro goes to the boiler room. The director suddenly attacks him with a sword. Both assume the other is part of the underground ninjas. Kuro counters every attack. When he realizes the director is not an enemy, he warns him to stop, claiming a satellite is targeting him. The director does not believe him until a laser from the sky slices his sword in half. Realizing the danger, the director backs off, and Kuro leaves. Outside, the school's most popular girl, Mitsuki, is waiting. She smiles strangely at Kuro and walks away. Nearby, a store's automatic door opens and closes on its own, as if something invisible enters. Items begin falling inside. The woman inside, a ninja herself, tries to fight, but the invisible attacker kills her. Suzuki receives a message that her mentor has been murdered. She is then attacked herself. She realizes the attacker must be from the underground ninjas, as they possess full invisibility suits unlike hers. Meanwhile, Sato is captured by the same man. Suzuki warns him not to harm civilians. He replies that her death is not written here, but at Koden High School. Noguchi sits in her room thinking about Kuro. She cannot get him out of her mind and imagines a future with him. Suddenly, she sees Kuro silently sitting beside her bed. He tells her that a ninja working at a store was killed and that the underground ninjas are preparing to attack the school. He warns her not to come to school for a few days and then disappears through the window. Later, a man runs as if his life is being hunted. A ninja star strikes his leg, making him fall. His name is Saryuta, a former member of Kuro's ninja group. An invisible man asks him if he wants to join the underground ninjas. Saryuta immediately agrees, saying he enjoys killing and asks for the target. It is revealed that Saryuta himself is the invisible ninja killing others. The next morning, he decapitates a student on the way to school and takes the body with him. Despite Kuro's warning, Noguchi goes to school to find him. She tells the director everything. Realizing an attack is imminent, the director gives her a ring and tells her to find Kuro. Soon after, Saryuta enters a classroom with the body. The headless corpse suddenly appears in front of everyone. Panic spreads as Saryuta begins killing students. Some manage to escape, but he continues the attack. Suzuki and Cheyenne are alerted. Suzuki witnesses the massacre and confronts the attacker. Saryuta removes his invisibility suit and mask. He reveals that they once studied at the same school and that he loved her, but she mocked him and ran away. Filled with rage, Saryuta attacks. They fight fiercely. Suzuki initially gains the upper hand, but fails to realize that Saruta's suit absorbs electricity, making her weapon ineffective. As Suzuki begins to lose, the situation suddenly changes. A man suddenly crashes through the glass and enters the building. He is the same high-ranking ninja, Kato. Saryuta knows very well that surviving against him is almost impossible. Realizing this, Saryuta quickly puts on his mask and disappears. Kato is not bothered by this. He cuts his own arm at lightning speed and throws his blood towards Saryuta so it sticks to his suit and reveals his position. Kato attacks with his sword, but Saruta's advanced suit inflates like a balloon and absorbs the impact, allowing Saryuta to escape. Meanwhile, Noguchi is still searching for Kuro. She runs into a frightened Ida, who tells her that Kuro and another boy went into the tunnel area beneath the school. There are rumors that one of the paths leads to an underground bunker. Ida says neither he nor the other boy had the courage to go inside, but now he is worried about Kuro. Inside the tunnels, Kuro encounters Mitsuki. She is the true mastermind behind the entire plan. Kuro quickly realizes that Mitsuki is far more powerful than he expected. He attacks her with a bomb, but she instantly moves away and hangs from a wall using just one finger. Kuro throws 2 high-voltage cables at her, but she grabs them with her bare hands, showing that electricity has no effect on her. Back at the school, Saryuta is moving through the halls when Cheyenne confronts him. Cheyenne draws his sword and attacks with extreme speed. He cleverly scatters broken glass across the floor, allowing him to track Saruta's movements. Even Cheyenne's small tracking device helps pinpoint Saruta's location. Cheyenne pins Saryuta against a wall, and within moments, a satellite strike is about to eliminate him. However, Saryuta narrowly escapes at the last second. Cheyenne chases him to the rooftop and catches him there. He strikes Saryuta with his sword, but only Saruta's empty suit is hit. Saryuta suddenly attacks from behind. Cheyenne tries to defend himself, but his sword breaks in half. Although Cheyenne is a skilled fighter, the underground ninja's weapons are far more advanced. He suffers a severe injury to his shoulder. Injured and cornered, Cheyenne can only defend himself with half a sword. He is about to lose when Kato arrives and turns the situation around. Kato drives his sword straight through Saryuta, ending the fight and saving Cheyenne's life. Deep inside the tunnels, Kuro is losing the battle. He realizes that defeating Mitsuki directly is nearly impossible because she is far stronger than him. Still, he wants to understand her true goal. Mitsuki finally reveals the truth. She deliberately spread false information to lure ninjas to the school so they would activate the ninja laser satellite. Her real objective was to locate the satellite. Using hacked data, her group successfully tracked it, and one of their men has already reached it. Their special suits even function in space. Mitsuki launches a powerful attack on Kuro. He struggles to defend himself against her overwhelming strength. In reality, he is buying time, hoping his allies will arrive. At that moment, Noguchi arrives with Ida. She hands Kuro the ring given to her by the discipline director. Kuro wears the ring and activates its antenna. A drone carrying a sword immediately arrives. Kuro grabs the sword, kicks up dust toward Mitsuki to distract her, and strikes at the right moment. The fight resumes with both warriors fully committed. Kuro realizes that attacking Mitsuki head-on is pointless. He must deceive her and strike unexpectedly. His invisibility suit is useless because it only hides the surface of his body, and Mitsuki can still see him. He repeatedly runs scenarios in his mind, but every outcome ends with his defeat. Finally, he understands that this method will not work. Kuro decides on his only remaining option. He launches a direct attack with full force, no longer caring about his own life. He charges forward, and both of their swords pierce each other at the same time. Kuro pushes Mitsuki back and pulls his blade free. Mitsuki collapses to the ground. Kuro has reached his physical limit. Injured and exhausted, he stumbles and falls. Noguchi quickly supports him, and they escape together. Meanwhile, a member of the underground ninja group reaches the satellite and uploads a virus into its system. The laser weapon falls under their control. As the power dial is turned to maximum, the laser targets the school. The beam expands and completely destroys the building. The massive explosion shakes the underground bunker, causing it to collapse. The exit is far away. Kuro and Noguchi try to escape, but Kuro is critically injured. He realizes they may not survive. He removes his invisibility suit and places it over Noguchi. As debris crashes down, the suit protects her. After some time, Noguchi emerges alive. Kuro sacrifices his life to save her and stop the destruction. In the final moments, another man appears. He is Juro, Kuro's twin brother. For reasons unknown, he has come to meet Noguchi. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and comment below what you want to see next.